Green skyscrapers in the sky. Run to the house before we die. IndieCraft.
Hello there, team. What's going on? Sick here. Welcome back to another episode of IndieCraft. This is episode 86 in Season 3. So, today, we're going to be doing a request from Darkness02, who asked us to build, like, a Warlock Evil Tower deal. So, that's what we're going to do. I cleared off the spot already, and we're just going to start building up right here. I went ahead and spawned in some andesite here because I am on a old world before 1.8, and I do not want to travel so far to collect andesite. So, we're going to be building this primarily out of polished andesite, but also there will be quite a bit of glass and other things in it, so you just gotta, it'll be a surprise as we go here. So let's go ahead and make ourselves like 8 stacks of this. It's gonna be pretty tall, and down at the bottom, honestly, I'm gonna keep it pretty like empty, because I don't want there to be like a way up into it. Pretty much what I'm thinking. Like, it'll be, you have to get up by magic, you know, and that's obviously the only way to get into a tower of a great warlock. So this is gonna be a big enough base for what I'm thinking. That's too small. We gotta go bigger. Go big or go home, as they say. So, alright, let's get this knocked out. So yeah, hope you all have had a great couple of weeks here. I know I've been gone for quite a bit, and there were still videos coming out, of course, and I hope you all didn't get bored of the content. I know there was no IndieCraft while I was gone, so hopefully you survived, those of you who come here for IndieCraft, and hopefully you're not too sad. I should have mentioned it more so in the last episode of IndieCraft. When I recorded IndieCraft, I thought I would have enough time to get all the episodes recorded so I wouldn't fall behind, like I've gone and fallen behind after I talked about it so much. I'm not falling behind, and I have gone and fallen behind immediately after saying that. But yeah, so I'm a little behind, but we'll do some catch up as we go along here. Maybe some bonus episodes during the week. We'll have to, I don't know, it's always a hard decision. There's so much stuff to be putting out, like Kinfolk and Tombstone, that it's like, I don't know if I want to like not put out a video of those. I also can't put out too many a day, otherwise I'll go crazy. And so, you know, it's a balance. It's a tough balancing act. So I think this would be plenty of size for this tower. I thought this tree could stay. It might need to end up going, but we'll have to see for now. But anyways, today's episode, we're not going to do any sort of question of the day or anything like we've been doing. But if you got a question for me, by all means, go ahead and put it in the comment section down below. That way, in the next episode, I could read it, and that would be fantastic. So, anything at all. It could be Minecraft related, it could be IndieCraft related, it could be related to my channel, or it doesn't have to be. It could be, you know, what was my favorite drink growing up, or what is my favorite drink now, and obviously the answer to that is orange juice. But, you know, obviously I've spoiled that question for you, and I'm sorry. But it could be pretty much anything you could think of, you know, whatever you want. So, just let me know in the comment section down below, and, you know, whatever you have in mind, I can think of something about it. And I will have a question for you in the next episode as well, which I don't have on this one. So, anyways, while I was gone, we finished up Among the Sleep on the channel, which was just an absolute blast to play through that game. It was short and sweet, just 5 episodes, and if you want to just check out a short series of mine, that's one I definitely recommend. It was a lot of fun, and it was just a lot of fun to play, a lot of fun to do, and had a good story. And, you know, nothing like Alfred Hitchcock good, but, you know, it was good. And that's saying something, because most games these days do not have good stories, unfortunately. And it's not just these days; it's most games ever, because people have this thing like they want to like put money into the gameplay or something, and having good engines and good graphics and good sound design, and some of this stuff lacks. And typically, it's the story. I mean, has anyone played a Call of Duty game? Yeah, they're awful, but you know, people aren't playing Call of Duty game for the stories apparently. So apparently people don't even play it for the single player. So that's just why I don't buy those games anymore. So, you know, I have Call of Duty games. The first one was obviously the best of that series, and when I say the first one, I'm not referring to Modern Warfare, because that was not the first Call of Duty game, for those of you who may be confused. The first Call of Duty game was called Call of Duty, and it was pretty good. And my favorite one was, there's an expansion to the first one called United Offensive, which was my favorite one. It had some really cool maps on it, and the multiplayer was great. We played a lot of it. It had this really weird bug where if you played on Windows 7 over an ad hoc network, which I know this because we would take road trips, my brother and I would play this in the car together, and if you played it on an ad hoc network on Windows 7, you would, like, every once in a while when you die, it was really random when it happened, you would die, and then you like turn this like godlike character. You could fly around, and you had infinite health. And my brother didn't tell me the first time this happened, and so he just I kept shooting him. I'm like, I know you have to be dead. He's like, no, you're not hitting me. So I was just getting really annoyed, and I was like, I feel like I'm doing really good, but I'm sucking. And finally, the truth came out, and once I actually became godlike myself, so it was different. But it was a great game nonetheless. You know, and we had a lot of fun with that. Actually, that was like the only Call of Duty game, because after a while, it wasn't that one. We tried 2 as well, but I think it worked. 3 was obviously the worst of that series, but after a while, we had that game because it could run on pretty much any computer. So we have we've had, at least at one point, quite a bit of computers in our house, and my whole family would get together and we'd all play Call of Duty together, and it was actually a lot of fun. My parents were terrible at it, and I was okay at it, and my older brothers were the best. And that sucked. And as we got older, I got quite a bit better, but they were really good. But all right, let's go ahead, get down here, and get out some more andesite. I think I'm gonna go ahead, take the run to my house, and grab out some more glass too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Grab that. Let's go ahead and grab the nether brick here. Next, I'm gonna use that too. So let's go ahead and run to the house real fast and grab out some of the good stuff. So we'll be right back. All right, I got myself out a bunch of red glass. I had to make it up. And I got myself some glowstone out, so we'll light the place up with it. And I grabbed out something else, did I not? Oh, I got some blocks of redstone too, which I'm gonna use kind of like as accents around the top. They'll stand out really strongly. So the place is gonna look pretty darn evil, to say the least. Especially once we get some windows in here and put some fire on top of it. So let's make the entrance right here. So we will have an entrance to this place just to simplify things a little bit, and then we'll put in the floor as this nether brick here. And this should work pretty well, and definitely give it a really strong evil look. One thing that we could also use to make it look a little more evil would probably be some iron bars. I don't have any with me, but they might make some nice window marks too. So as you're going up the tower, I want there to be some glass. So let's go ahead and knock out this, and let's go to the highest we can break out without jumping. Alrighty, and grab out my glass here. So we'll do glass on the opposite side of the doorway, and maybe we'll go back and replace it with iron bars at a later time on the other side of this, on the other walls, sorry. So, gotta jump out the window. Gotta jump out the window, break my legs, you know, falling. You know, like, you don't think about it, but like, the falling distance in Minecraft, like falling, like, that's your height. And so, assuming Notch is a average height man, maybe 5'8", 5'9", which is the same height as the Minecraft character, he just fall, your entire height is 2 blocks. Like, that would actually hurt pretty bad. And think you can fall, like, let's just say he's like for 6 feet. Let's just round up. So you're falling 6 feet, and before you even start taking damage, you can fall. Oh, that was one more block than I thought it was. You can fall a total of 9 feet. Of course, he probably doesn't measure things in feet. Probably measures things in meters. Unfortunately for him. So, all right, doorway, and that's actually gonna have to be a double. Oopsies, whoops-a-daisy, oops-a-daisy. All right. Iron bars on the sides for sure. We could do, and I'll have to go back and grab some more glowstone if I'm going to do this, but we could actually add like a center pillar here. This will look really cool from the outside. And yeah, I think I am going to do this. This will look really nice. I'm going to need more glowstone for sure though, which is a tragedy to have to run back to the house another time in this episode, but it should look really nice if we do this. So let's bring this up, and where's the floor level? So we'll make, all right, if that's the top of the window, I did 2 blocks. And then we'll make the next floor come in right here. So this will be the next one. And we'll continue the glowstone pillar up through the middle of this floor as well. And we'll kind of bring it, I think, just all the way to the top will look nice. We're going to need a good way back down. I'm going to replace everything in here because it's magic. I'm going to replace all the ways up and down. Instead of having stairs or anything, or like ladders or anything slippery like that, it's going to be command blocks, because that's just the most fun way to get up and down any building. And we can just call it magic. We can just like put a sign on it that says use dark magic, and once you click that sign, you will fully believe that you use dark magic, when in reality you actually just pushed a button that activated a command block, which just ran some Java code, which you didn't even get to see. So there you go. That's exciting stuff going on in the background right there. So all right, so let's think about this. So we got to go here. Let's go ahead and raise this side up here really high. 1, 2. We'll do 2 rows of this, and then we'll do the tower on top of it. So that is plenty. So take some fall damage. All right, don't fall out of the window, Seth. All right, I broke it from here, and 1, 2, 5. All right, that'll be the other window here. So I guess I used 10. If that was that 5? I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I used 6 on each side. So there we go. If I use 6 pieces of glass, so that's 12 and 24 for each side. So 48 for 2 sides. And no, sorry, I want to do just 12 more. So 36 if I add this side on here, because this side's not gonna have a door this time. So I want to do glass on it. So I don't know why. I don't know why I doubled. I think I needed to do it at the bottom, but there's a doorway there, so we do not want to have it there. So here we go. Let's break all this out, and that'll be that 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and just continue raising these walls up. And I gotta go back and jump down there at the end and fix all that up. That sucks. I forgot I had gone and done that, and I made other changes, which has made my life just more difficult. It's really aggravating, to be honest. So, but we'll be fine. We will be fine. We'll survive, as the song says. I will survive. I will survive. Which is a great disco song. In case you did not grow up in the generation where you could dance to disco at any point in time, because which I didn't either. Thank goodness, because that would have been terrible. Oh my goodness, that'd be awful. That would be actually would be the worst thing ever. Could you imagine, like, say a disco? Like, I know people and that like discoed when they were younger, and I'm like, ew, it's gross. And they're like, no, it was cool then. Like, you'll have something you find cool, you think's cool now, and when you're older, you'll be like, oh, why did I do that? Or you'll still be old and proud of it. And if you're gonna do anything, you gotta be old and proud of it, I think. There's no point in getting old and looking back at an old picture and be like, oh, why did I do that? And it doesn't seem like too many older people are ashamed of that, that I know. So, you know, if you're gonna do something stupid now, for instance, like dye your hair a freaky color that everyone's gonna think looks crazy, then go for it, and then don't regret it ever. But then again, on the other hand, some things you do might just stay in style. Like computers, for instance. My dad, when he was in college, they told people told him that it was not a good idea to go into that. They probably won't be using them ever. And look where we are now. I mean, you use your phone now, which is basically a computer. It essentially runs on the same hardware as a computer does now. If you're using a smartphone of any sort. So, you know, just remember that. If you're gonna do something, it might become the new thing, and then you could say, well, I was using it first, and you can snob people. And then, whenever there is something new and way better, you'll also be the person that's saying, oh, well, it works this way. And then the younger people will look at you like you're crazy, because they'll be like, oh my goodness, this old person does not understand how modern technology works at all. And you'll still be talking about like processors and everything, and they won't even be processors anymore. Everything will be using your brain as the processor by then, and you know, everything will work differently. Computers will be totally different, and that's at least the hope. At least so, you know. So, but go ahead, go for it now. Do the cool new thing if that's what you're into, because it'll just end up humiliating you in the future in front of your grandchildren and possibly great grandchildren, if we do the technology works and we do extend our lives long enough where everyone could have great grandchildren. That would be great. It would also be awful. It would really not help with the overpopulation issue where we will eventually be having. So, oh well, we'll get over it though. It'll be fine. All right, let's go ahead. I was thinking about curving it out, but I might just do like pillars on the edge here. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what else. Let's go ahead and try this out real fast. Let's go ahead. Bring all this out. One more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll bring all this edge out here, and raise it up, and then maybe just do pillars on the edge instead, kind of like spiked things. I was thinking of doing, like I said, I was thinking of doing like a curve up with the spikes, of course, but it might just look good to have it straight up. Look a little more menacing, and because sharp edges are always menacing, things that look like blades. And I don't know why, but bad guys always seem to decorate that way, and with dead bodies as decoration. I don't really get why they do that, but I've never really been confident enough to ask one of them. If you know why they do that, please let me know in the comment section below. And while you're down there, go ahead and leave a suggestion for next episode. Perhaps I will do your build suggestion in the next episode, as I am doing Mr. or Mrs. Darkness02, which I've always assumed was a male, but it's typically my assumption, which probably isn't safe assumption. Now I'm gonna get called sexist, but it's fine. I don't really care. You can call me sexist. I don't care. It's because I am, and because I choose to see the world as it is, and that is for the fact that it's better than the other. So I bleeped that out there, so no one will know what I ever said. And so booyah. And immediately I am captured by the government for saying things that are offensive, and they arrest me because apparently it is illegal to be offensive these days. So there we go. All right, let's go ahead, whap on some of this blocks of redstone here. Redstone there. What do we got? We got 9 pieces left, or just 7 now, but we had 9. If we do one on each of the corners here, that'll leave us with 5. And we need 2 for each side, so we definitely need 8. Huh, how do we want to do this? Maybe we'll... Let's go ahead and put them up, and I'll just have to bring more redstone. We're almost out of redstone, which is unfortunate. It's about time for me to take a mining trip. I was hoping I could get through the rest of the season without needing to take a mining trip, but I think it's something that's going to definitely need to happen. So I've used up all the glowstone, unfortunately. This here, let's break out these 4 blocks. So we'll continue our pillar up. So there's no way there's not a way to get out of this tower right now without causing yourself serious bodily harm, which is a horrible problem. One that I do intend to fix at some point. So let's just break out this wall again, and just totally ruin this building once more, for the sake of this episode. And now I'll have to fix 2 giant pillars that go up to the top, instead of just 1, but that's okay. I mean, I'll get over it, I suppose. Alright, let's run to the house real fast, and grab out, what did I come here? Redstone, of course. Grab some redstone, and I need to grab some more glowstone too, to finish the build. Alrighty, I've brought myself an absolute crap load more glowstone, and we'll just finish this pillar up here, and we'll make it maybe go up. How do we want to do this? If we make it go up a little bit, it'll help light this place up, which would look really nice. So what we could do actually here real fast, it's gonna waste more glowstone, but it'll be fine. It'll totally be worth it. We'll bring this up and raise the top here, raising the roof. And we'll surround this thing in glass, and then it'll look really sweet. Alright, so we just need to make these edges bulge out. I don't know, did I bring enough glass with me? That's going to be the unfortunate part. I don't think I have enough glass to actually finish this, which is going to require another trip to my house after coming all the way back here. And I had the red dye to do this, actually, and I decided against it. And now I'm thinking, why didn't I just make a bunch more? Because I would have been a happier person. At this moment, and what you need to do is always plan for the future, because otherwise you end up like I did, and this is not the way you want to live your life. Alright, it does look like we have enough to, oh crap, look at that, because I misplaced that 1, I'm now 1 piece short of making this look exactly how I wanted to look. Life is tough. Alright, let's get the last pieces up on here, get that there, and eat this carrot. Alright, now the difficult part here is going to be getting out of this tower. Oh look, rain. Freaking rain. Great. Let's just toggle this downfall. No one has to see this. And I want to take the chance here of getting to that water. I'm pretty sure that I actually can't make it to the water. But what's life without a little risk, eh? Let's do it. Oh, I made it. Oh, I made it. And there's a witch down here. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh serious crap. Okay. Let's get out of here, and let's take one last good look at our tower. I can come back and add the finishing touches to this Warlock Tower, of course, at a future point in time. But for now, we're going to leave it here. So let's go ahead, break this chest, collect all my andesite and crap that I cheated in. And we'll go ahead, find a nice spot to view this from. Probably the front would be a good spot to look at it. And boom, there we go. Ow! It'll look a little more menacing, for sure, once I get the iron bars in, a little more evil. But we do definitely have a nice, ginormous tower in the middle of town, which is looking great. So there you go, guys. Hope you all have enjoyed this episode of IndieCraft. It's been episode 86. If you have, don't forget to pound the like button down below and show your support on this series. As always, remember to subscribe to join the team so you don't miss out on more episodes of IndieCraft every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and everything else that comes out every single day. And yeah, don't forget to leave your suggestions down below, so maybe in the next episode I can build something that you thought of, because that would be really, really cool. So thanks, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. You chumps. Goodbye.